Hey everyone, Principal Sheldon here for another edition of The Principal Reads. This week we're going to read a book called Grumpy Monkey, Spring Fever by Suzanne Lang. All right, let's jump on in here. Grumpy Monkey, Spring Fever. Illustrated by Max Lang. Cute little bunnies right here. Little ducks. One spectacular spring day, Jim Panzee woke feeling silly. He leapt off his branch and ran through the jungle, laughing and shouting. Jim Panzee looks pretty silly. Why do I feel so silly? Jim wondered. Maybe you have spring fever, suggested Norman from next door. Spring fever, said Jim. Oh no! And off he ran. What's the matter, Jim? Asked Water Buffalo. I need to find a cure for my spring fever, said Jim. Spring fever isn't really a fever, said Water Buffalo. It's when the spring weather gives you lots of energy. You need to calm down, said Oxpecker. The other animals tried to help Jim calm down. You should take a bath, but try not to splash. You should wrap yourself in warm blankets and take calming breaths. You should take a nap. You should drink tea or sniff some lavender. You should be quiet and sit still. You should put cucumber slices on your eyes and take a time out. It's all great advice for relaxing. And it looks like Jim did it. Finally, Jim looked calm. Look at that silly chimpanzee with his blanket and his cucumbers. But he didn't feel calm inside. I don't want to be calm, Jim shouted. Jim's spring fever is getting worse. Everyone stay away from him so you don't catch it, shrieked Oxpecker. All of Jim's energy turned into anger. Catch this, yelled Jim, and he was about to throw a cucumber at Oxpecker when Norman showed up. Are you okay? Norman asked. No, said Jim. I can't get rid of my spring fever, and now I have too much energy. Having lots of energy is a good thing, said Norman. Just enjoy your spring fever and do spring things. Spring things? Said Jim. What are spring things? The other animals had lots of ideas for spring things Jim could do. You could decorate eggs and hide them and try to find them. You could wear a bonnet. You could pet baby animals. You could play ball. You could splash colors on your friends. You could plant flowers and give a few to your mom. You could listen to a long story and then eat a special dinner. You could climb a tree. Jim felt like doing all of that. And so he put on a bonnet and petted some baby animals. He listened to a story, ate a special dinner, and planted and picked, and gifted and climbed. Look at his mom. She's like, oh, thank you for the flowers. And played and splashed and painted and hid and searched. And shouted, I have spring fever, and I don't care who knows it. Jim was having so much fun, the other animals wanted to join in. I've caught Jim's spring fever, said Oxpecker. Us too, said the others. It's a spectacular day to have spring fever, said Norman, and everyone agreed. And off they ran, laughing and shouting through the jungle. The end. Looks like they were having a lot of fun. And what I noticed about this book was Jim Panzee needed to know himself. At first, he got some great advice about relaxing, but he didn't want to relax. That wasn't who he was. He had a lot of energy, and he just needed to get out there and do what he liked to do. I love that he was surrounded by friends that gave suggestions. I think knowing yourself, though, and being true to who you are, in the end of this book, you saw that all those people wanted to be around him and have fun with him, and that's what happens when you are true to yourself. Thanks for reading with me again.